Last time I got sick, COVID came. Just FYI to everybody.
You had gotten sick even before the year that COVID was really hitting.
I got sick like right before, like a few months before, and then next year, when the next 2020 came, and then that's when
some people think that it was earlier than the 2020.
That's what I'm saying. So whatever is out there, I think it's here.
Because it hit you real hard on the end of the 2019.
I'm just warning to everybody. I don't get sick often, but when I do, what's that man when he talks? Something, not E.F. Hutton, that the smartest man in the world. When he talks, everybody listens or something. Whatever.
I thought it was E.F. Hutton.
No, I'm talking about the most brilliant man, or the most interesting man in the world. That commercial, the guy with the gray beard. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know that.
But anyway, it's a lot going on. Dalai Lama.
What religion?
First
is that?
of all, I think Buddhist or something. But
well, we don't expect no man on this earth to be exempt from crazy.
Well, people follow these
flesh problems, craziness.
People follow these priests and pastors like they not humans.
Like they're from outer space.
Yeah, like they,
like they're spiritual.
That's your spiritual leader.
He's under Jesus.
Well,
he's
you need to learn how to
him.
get in your prayer closet.
He can do no wrong
and hear from God yourself.
Yeah,
but him inappropriate with a child.
Okay. Not like a lot of the things that's been happening.
But according to his people, he was joking. So Kanye West in the news.
It's funny because when it's funny that you said that.
We ain't got to it yet, but
it's funny that you said that because that's what I thought of when I was looking at the picture.
When he was joking,
I thought he was just being an old man trying to be funny because he's with a kid,
a dirty old man.
But you know how some humor
also,
in their heads, they think it's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, can I kiss your breast? I'm just joking. I'm a spiritual leader.
Man.
Hey, did you hear the one about the... Never forget it. So, all right. Oh, wow. I just flew in from Quebec. Boy, are my arms tired.
But he's older.
Why is he joking?
But you know what?
We haven't gotten to that yet.
Anybody in any years, as people get older, because we even have to pay attention to our family members, our parents, whatever. You have to start looking at.
Are we going to talk about this now? Do you want to just
I'm talking about getting older and how.
Let's go ahead and talk about it now. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, it wasn't nothing to do with the Dalai Lama. It was just saying, in age, any of us getting older, we have to kind of like do a check going, is he okay?
Right,
because she could be like dementia or forgetting things, or
right.
So you never know.
All right, well, let's keep talking about him then. We might as well.
Was that the big story today or something?
Well, everybody's been talking about it. This dirty old man.
Oh.
And he's a spiritual leader.
It's like Gandhi doing something.
Can you imagine Gandhi?
Did you see that movie, Gandhi? It was a long movie.
Yeah, I saw the movie.
So
very good movie.
Oh, like Mother Teresa. We don't expect Gandhi, Mother Teresa.
But they also wasn't doing the social media at that time.
Yeah, we don't
know. He
know.
didn't think it was, he's not used to cameras. He's probably like, this is something he probably does all the time. And then all of a sudden, it's all over the world. Wow. So he's like,
people see it differently now.
Right.
He may have been doing this before.
And he got to get hit on Twitter like everybody else. Everybody gets hit. The Dalai Lama gets hit too. If Jesus was here, they'd be talking about him on social media.
And it's so funny because you talk about social media. How can social media capture the rapture? They won't be able to still explain it. It's with a camera filming, you still won't explain.
Yes, they will, because they'll say
Mars or something.
Yeah, they'll say
I'm
aliens.
just saying they'll try to capture it on social media, and they still be like.
The bottom line is,
where did that lady disappear?
It was inappropriate. First, you don't know what he did, right? You know what he did?
The tongue thing.
You saw it, right? The whole thing.
Not the whole
little
thing.
boy raised his hand or whatever. This little boy from India.
Okay.
Can I hug you? And there's, everybody, he wants to hug little boy. All right. Little boy goes up there and he hugs him. All right. You think that'd be enough, right? No, he brings the little boy up to the side of him and then he kisses him, I think, on the forehead. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Then he kisses him on the lips. But then he grabs underneath his chin and pulls him in and kisses him on the lips. Like that's his boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Then, everybody's like, all right, Grandpa.
He's starstruck. He's like, let me just keep this
Maybe
going.
you're a part of Wayne's family. Maybe you Tom Brady. Y'all kissed on the lips.
Because they smile.
There's people
And
who
I didn't know with the Wayans family that the mom and them told them to do.
There's people
being closest to the family.
There's families.
Made them kiss on the lips.
There's cultures.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he just asked for a hug. Mm-hmm. Now he getting everything. But sticking your tongue out and saying "suck on my tongue." Okay. So now people from his area and all this, they say, no, it's cultural. It's cultural. See, back the Tibetan people. No. The Tibetan people stick their tongue out to welcome or hello.
Mm-hmm. But why would you touch it though? Nobody
in Tibet or any Beckys or Becks have ever said "suck on my tongue." Yeah. But let's just go with the fact that he's a holy man, and he was like he was being funny, right?
Okay.
Who are you, Ralph Cramden? What we got going on here? What is you? What's going on here?
What do you mean?
You Richard Pryor or something? You the Dalai Lama?
Because you say he being funny.
What are you trying to be funny for?
I don't. But
with all this going on in the world, you trying to crack jokes? What are you doing?
Now he's
wrong on every area.
He just said it, right? He didn't. The boy didn't.
No, the boy was doing it.
Oh, because I can see.
Okay, I can see. You just gave me another point.
I can
the
see
boy getting ready to do it, and he should go. No, I'm just joking.
Just joking. There we go.
No,
he's
leaning in.
No, that would have ended the ideal that he was just playing, or like kiss my toe, because I'm so oh, you want to hurry, come touch me,
or joke would be,
and when he come to do it, like you say,
or joke would be kiss my nose or something funny. Oh, Ronald McDonald, kiss my nose, or earlobe, suck my tongue.
I don't know.
I told you that's the equivalent of him if a woman was up there and he said, can I kiss your breast? I'm just joking. Oh, religious spiritual man. I've been in the closet
he was
praying for hours and hours.
He was just joking. Let that go. He was just joking. No, too much is given, much is required.
So this is what's going to happen with the Dalai Lama. Yeah. Guess what's going to happen, Dalai Lama?
What? Because
the same thing that happened to the Catholic priest, the same thing that happened to Bubba in the pulpit, the pastor, the Baptist church, or whatever church they go to. Everything that is done in the dark will come to light.
Yeah.
God is not playing. We got too much stuff going on in this world for y'all people to be running to this man, calling him their spiritual leader. No. You come to me. That's what God said. If you want a direction, you come to me.
But it goes back to what I was saying. As we get older, things could happen to our memory. We could not, mental things could happen where now you're getting old and senile.
Okay.
Who's to say he's not at that point?
All right, so let's go with that. Let's go. He's old and senile. In what universe?
That's the senile stage.
No, hold on.
Suck my tongue.
What universe would you say suck anything to a kid?
That's the senile stage.
Oh.
There's something going on with him mentally. Unless they've done it before, like you said, and we've never seen it on social media.
We never seen it.
I don't know what leaders is around him and what people help him and whatever. Put his coat on and get him cleaned up.
Yeah,
they are the ones that's around him. They feed him. They know mentally what's going. Do you guys do this all the time?
And then he's
on private talks. No,
right.
He's never done this. Something's going on with him. He's never asked anyone to kiss his tongue.
Suck his tongue.
Okay. So people that's around.
Not even kiss my tongue. Suck my tongue.
We are around our family members. We know. We see things. If my dad ever does something like out of character, I know something's going on with him.
Okay, but guess what? Your dad's not a spiritual leader.
I know.
And millions of people don't line up to hear what our father has to say.
That's true.
So if he goes senile and says, oh, hey, you suck my...
He's not the right guy to do it. Oh, how do you handle that?
I was getting ready to tell you what's getting ready to happen to him.
What?
He's been brought down, because I don't know if he floats when he folds his arm or whatever. He's been brought down to earth. No man, no idol, no nothing comes before God. Nothing.
Right.
I will tear you down in public and ridicule you.
Now,
if you put any idol before me.
That's God's side. How is man handling this?
Men are dumb.
What are they saying? Has he apologized?
He has apologized.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
He has apologized.
Okay.
But of course, it wasn't him speaking. It was third person speaking.
Okay.
The Dalai Lama apologizes. If he meant any harm to the boy's family or anybody or anyone that felt any kind of way about this. I'm paraphrasing. This was just him joking. But even if, let's just say I get a man a bone and say he was joking, you're not Eddie Murphy. You're the Dalai Lama. Nobody's coming to listen to you do jokes. It's too much going on in this world.
I guess that doesn't matter if a person's trying to joke.
Quit joking.
You're going to tell him later, you're not an Eddie Murphy. That's him trying to be funny.
Stop being funny.
The humor wasn't there. But my concern also with health, with the COVID going on all over the world.
You want this boy to suck your tongue.
Do you not think COVID is over there in your little country? Come on now, touching tongues and stuff. That's not, we are even concerned with kissing. But you even got a tongue that has germs on it.
So many levels. Even if he was joking.
Yeah.
To say suck my tongue is such a stupid joke. So that tells me, you know what? Spiritual leader, right? So other people is going to be like, he's an idiot. Why would I follow somebody who does a stupid joke? Like he's some comedian at 2:00 in the morning,
you know what?
In some small town.
On the other side of that,
2 drink minimum.
On the other side of that,
tonight we got the Dalai Lama.
No, Dalai Lama. On the other side of that, like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, think about it. You when you made the comment about putting men on pedestals.
Thank you.
Think about it. And even Trump is an example.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter what Think about the old biblical days. David was messy. Solomon, they were messy. Saul was messy.
They didn't have social media.
People still followed them, though.
And they didn't have social
media. And they pulled out the good stuff.
Exactly.
Because David can fight. Oh, man, he took Bathsheba as that was wrong for David to do that. But flesh problems, we'll push that to the side. But he can fight.
It was an hour before the Dalai Lama before he said that. He actually said some really wise things.
Spiritual stuff.
Things that changed my life. And I want to take that on with me.
It doesn't matter.
But he ended. That's the flesh part of it. He ended the show with "suck my tongue."
Move that to the side.
Ruined everything.
He's getting spiritual insight from God above. That's all that counts.
You know, in order to become oneself, you must first
have
cleanse. Take from the outside and move that over to the person next to you. And then what you must do is you must think in your mind. You must say to yourself, self, there is nothing that you cannot accomplish.
Yes.
There is nothing that you cannot do.
But self.
But suck my tongue.
Yourself said some self to suck your tongue, self.
Before I said to suck my tongue, all the hour that you was here before is wonderful advice.
You know what? We're in a country now. We're in a world now.
It's over.
People have been so long eating the meat and spitting out the bones when it comes to man. You almost have to. It's really sad.
But we tired of it.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why Jesus said, I'm number one. I'm the one that's perfect and died for all your sins.
I'm tired of man.
But man in itself, you cannot put him on a pedestal.
I'm tired of pastors, priests, everybody. I'm telling you, I told you this before, and I'll tell our audience this. I want the days to come back where when you say, thus saith the Lord thy God.
Remember, it was like that. The priest, if they was of
sin,
they would drop dead.
I want those days to come back when you say, thus saith the Lord thy God, or you speak into somebody's life and you are lying or you are not of God or that did not come from God, I want the earth to open up and to swallow you whole. I think for some strange reason, we won't have 6 churches on each block if that starts to happen. Because when you see somebody with a church, if that starts to happen, you're going to be like,
if they tax the churches, that'll happen. You don't even need to do all that.
If this dude opening up
a church, you start making them pay taxes,
and the earth is opening up and swallowing up people that's
you don't even need to do that. You can scare them and shut them storefront churches down by saying, pay taxes now to the government. Joel Osteen taxes, that's some good taxes. T.D. Jakes taxes.
And I like T.D. Jakes.
And those little storefront churches be closing real quick.
I like T.D. Jakes. I like Joel Osteen. But if I ever heard T.D. Jakes tell somebody to suck his tongue,
you're done.
I would be like, okay, okay. The other stuff you would say I do, I like with that. Move that part out the way.
Eat the meat and spit out the bones. It's unfortunate we got to do that with a lot of leaders.
Sad?
Yes. Because you're
tell his people that. Stop making excuses for the Dalai Lama. You can still follow him and listen to his advice and say that he's a spiritual leader, but quit making this man like he's God. He's not. He's a man. Spit out the bones. Take the stuff you want to take and get rid of the stuff that's stupid.
Think about it this way. Truth in itself, and we know those who are as far as spiritual, as far as Christianity and Holy Spirit truth. Truth is truth, and whatever how it's being spoken, who's speaking it, they can be messy as heck and still speak that truth because it's the word. That word is going to go, it's going to accomplish whatever.
God can use a donkey.
Yes, to speak that word, which is the truth.
Just because somebody is
messy.
Exactly.
Ooh, messy.
And people think that just because God uses them, that they are somehow good or perfect.
Yes.
No, you're not. You just you like a rock.
Yeah.
He can speak through a tree, you idiot.
And I'll deal with you because right now you too messy to be used. David knows that. He says, touch not my anointed, neither do my prophet any harm with Saul. He didn't touch Saul because he knew God would deal with that in God's timing.
Thank you.
I'm going to use Saul while I can. And now I'm going to sit him down because he's not being used anymore.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Dalai Lama, you messed up, dude. You showed some real areas.
The bottom line, I didn't watch him anyway, so he doesn't do anything to me. So, but if you did follow him and you feel like he was joking or whatever, you don't make excuses for the joke. It was a stupid joke if it was. And it was not funny. It didn't land right. It's not right. It's not appropriate. Like, you can still follow him and think that he's wonderful and he's a great man.
I'm sure he has some wisdom,
but that was inappropriate and it was wrong.
Direction for your life,
and if you make excuses for him and try to put him above God, he's going to take him out of your life, or he may take you out of this world. Quit putting things before God.
Yeah, that's true.
No man is before God.
It's back with Whoopi. One of the things Whoopi said on the show. Seniors and children.
Yes.
Leave them alone.
And there's 2 right there in that picture.
Children.
A child and a
as
crazy
innocent
man.
as a child is, and you do anything as a leader.
Suck my tongue.
Yeah.
And you saw the little boy was doing it.
He was going to do it.
Because he's a kid.
Kids are going,
they do whatever adults tell them to do.
We won't even go there. Okay.
And that's why they get molested.
Yeah.
Because they follow adults and they follow people who they think are leaders.
Yes.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? They don't know. They're kids.
And their families. Yes. People who have come to them in adult. Oh.
Now this little boy got to live with that for the rest of his life.
Well, he probably don't know no shame in it.
He's heard the shame with all the people talking about it. The kids going to tease him. Oh, Dalai Lama wanted you to kiss. You kissed Dalai Lama. And he wants you to tuck his tongue.
And how is that going to be received in that country? Is that a big thing to do that?
They probably don't care. Like you said, they eat the meat and spit out the bones.
Yeah.
They probably that was kind of odd. But we still think you're a wonderful man.
My son is so precious because he got to even touch the Dalai Lama.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. But the man was trying to hurt him. It doesn't matter. He's such a high man. I'm glad my son was able to go. Oh, okay.
What kind of accent was that?
I don't know. Was it that country?
When I do India, I do like 7-Eleven.
Oh, see, that's wrong.
And that's racist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But I don't know what that was.
I was just making up anything different than my language.
No, you had to do it like the 7-Eleven.
No, stop.
M. Perk says, hi, ladies.
Hey.
Wendy says, hello, girls. Sharon says, hello, ladies. I am disgusted by this. It's hard to watch. Wendy says, molestation. Hello, everybody. Emerald says, hey, ladies. Wendy says, he's a pervert. M. Perk says, if this happened more than 50 years ago, it would not have spread like this.
Thank you.
All this knowledge of knowing what is happening is not good for us. That's what we said.
Thank you.
It's social media.
We're seeing too much now.
Yeah.
That has been happening.
It's been happening.
For years.
It's been happening.
David said there's nothing new.
It's been happening. We don't know what Martin Luther King was doing in hotels.
Oh.
We don't know what jokes he told. Inappropriate.
Thank you.
But can you imagine if somebody was alive on Facebook?
Filming them.
In the hotel while they sitting around smoking because he smoked. He's smoking and talking about some woman.
Or even over 2,000
I was sitting this to Coretta.
2,000 years ago. Social media. What was it showing with the disciples and back then with Noah?
God, who knows what they
the daughters trying to sleep with him. And Sodom and Gomorrah. Things that's 2,000 years ago.
Right.
Social media was nowhere around.
Exactly.
Now all of a sudden, oh my.
And going back to what we said about that show you was watching when that man said Jesus was whatever, if he was horny or whatever. Jesus wasn't. So let's just put that on the table.
Yeah. I wonder if Jesus ever was horny.
No.
Oh, God.
He was praying while the disciples were asleep.
Dude, he was praying for your horniness. That's it. He died for your horniness.
Exactly. He died so that he can say, suck my tongue.
Yes.
And go in his closet and say, oh, I'm so sorry I did that. I'm so sorry I did that.
That's why he died. For stuff like this that happens.
Right.
Dalai Lama, you give your life to Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. You're a different religion.
Buddhist.
I'm sorry. Every knee will bow.
That's right. It don't matter.
And every tongue will confess.
That's right.
You either bow now
or bow later. It doesn't matter. And I don't know what that man didn't know and what he don't know.
That's true.
I told you, what people's religions are, I don't care about all that. I don't know how God reveals himself to each person. God could have revealed himself.
Be you in Christ.
God could have revealed himself to that person, that kind of way,
and
whatever. Work out your own salvation. How did he reveal himself to you?
And then how are you living that life?
Thank you.
Because people are saying
if you're a Buddhist, are you a good Buddhist?
Yeah, probably.
See?
Probably.
If you're a Christian, you're a good Christian?
He messed up, so.
Thank you.
He's the top of the line, right?
You can't go no higher than him. Sharon says, so what about the people around him? How quickly did this happen and why didn't anyone around him step in? Because they was like, we don't know what to do.
Unless they do this all the time.
Wendy typing. I know, you typing. She wish she could just talk.
We don't know what this man does.
It's no jokes. It's a spin. Sharon said, you ladies are killing me today. Wendy says he's a Buddhist. Wendy says, what would he have asked him to suck if they were alone?
Thank you.
I don't even want to know.
Well, we don't even want to get into that because some priests are having that problem too.
Pastors too.
We
don't know what be going on.
Man, period.
Man.
Let's just put it out there. All of us, we're man.
And when we say man, we mean women.
Flesh.
We mean
mankind.
Man and women.
Mankind.
Because if you say man, people say, are you talking about a cis woman? Or are you talking about
a transgender woman or that went to a man now?
Non-binary?
I'm saying mankind, human.
We talking about human. That's what we talking about.
Okay.
Are you part of the human race? All right. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg. That's the black DA that's
New York.
that brought the charges against Trump.
Okay.
Well, now he's suing Jim Jordan over Trump indictment subpoenas. Jim Jordan is the guy Mama can't stand. He's
that black man.
This guy. You always see him.
Yes, he's a problem.
Yeah. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg on Tuesday filed a federal lawsuit against Representative Jim Jordan, alleging that the Republican lawmaker is trying to wage a campaign of intimidation over his prosecution of former President Donald Trump.
Damn.
In his lawsuit, the Democratic DA said he's taken, this is Fox News because they had to put Democratic DA.
Yes.
I love it. I read everybody's news.
Yes.
Because CNN puts a spin on it.
Sides.
Fox puts a spin on it. Everybody puts a spin on it.
Everybody's side of it.
So the Democratic DA said he's taken legal action in response to an unprecedentedly brazen and unconstitutional attack by members of Congress on an ongoing New York State criminal prosecution and investigation of a former president, Donald Trump. So this black man ain't playing. He's saying while I'm suing, while the state is going after him, federal, whatever. If y'all try to interfere or I'm
coming at you too,
do anything, come at me and my wife or anything, we're gonna sue you. So he can say what he wants because he crazy, Trump. But you not gonna say what you want. That's kind of what he's saying.
You truly.
I'm letting him say what he wants because he's an idiot to talk about the judge who's gonna end up being the one to decide what's gonna happen at the end of this case.
Right.
So I'll let him off the break. I'll let Orange Nixon let him off the rocks. But you congressmen and senators and all you other people that think y'all just gonna talk while all this is going on, I'm getting ready to make an example out of this dude.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
Because Jordan has been, is that his name, Jordan?
Yeah.
He's been a problem in the city, committee meetings.
Bragg is asking a judge to invalidate subpoenas that Jordan, the chair of the House Judiciary Committee, has or plans to issue as part of an investigation of Bragg's handling of the Trump case. So now we want to investigate you, Braggs. And he's saying, no, y'all not going to be interfering with this case.
Thank you.
So let's see what happens.
That you got to do all this. Why don't let people y'all can have y'all criticisms all you want to, but let him do his job.
Thank you.
And let's wait and see what comes out. Fox News and everybody news, we know y'all going to give y'all opinions. This is wrong. This is a witch hunt. You have the freedom to do that, the freedom of speech to say that or whatever. But when you start tampering in any way with their work, trying to do their job as a prosecutor, defense lawyer, whatever they're doing.
Thank you.
You need to be sat down.
Sorry.
So, yeah, Jordan, sorry.
So that to me is him telling him,
we're coming at you too. You ain't no different than
we coming at all y'all. Yeah. If y'all think y'all gonna mess with this
and Marjorie Taylor, anybody else with their big mouths.
Nut job.
Yes.
Speaking of nut jobs, you notice how I'm moving quickly. Former Donda Academy teacher says Kanye West students are behind and will have problems transferring.
I figured that, yeah.
The students who attend Kanye West Donda Academy are behind and will have a difficult time trying to transfer to another school, according to one former teacher. On Monday, TMZ shared an interview with former Donda Academy faculty member Cecily Haley, who is currently suing the school for allegedly unjustly firing her in March for whistleblowing violations at the academy. Haley warned parents of students that the issues at the school would lead to problems down the road. They need to be aware that their children are behind and that they need to consider that it's going to be very hard for them to be able to transfer their kids out of that school next year.
Another school,
or later, because there are no grades. They don't do grades in the school, which I think they know of, and they can't get transcripts, and that they're not getting what they need. They're absolutely not getting what they need. She continued, the kids are being suppressed because of the constant changes that go on in the school. We know about all the stuff that he's made, all the... Do you know she went on to say they don't teach African-American history, and they don't teach Judaism. I mean, not Judaism,
their history.
History.
Like Holocaust.
The Holocaust or nothing. He's telling y'all what he thinks, and he's putting the school.
His school curriculum is even following that.
Then she said they only can have sushi. That's what
maybe it's time for them to shut down. Like it is. It's time for it's
non-accredited.
Why is this school even in existence? This is hurting kids. This is putting them backwards.
You can send your kid to a stupid school if you want to. It's your kids.
Yeah, and then they fall behind when they start to have to compete with other schools or go to college and do the entry to get to the schools in those schools. That's when you'll see that your child is going to be put behind.
So the bottom line is they suing her because she's whistleblowing.
Okay.
The kids that go to this school have no hope. They are not going to be able to transfer. If they are, they're going to have to probably test to see where they are.
Yeah.
Hopefully the parents are teaching them at home. So they're keeping up with whatever their grade is.
Let's see her being a whistleblower if some of this truth that some family members, some parents actually take heed and go, she may be right on something.
Is there a reason why people still are sending their kids to Donda Academy
because of the school.
After everything that he has. Kanye, now we was just talking about the Dalai Lama. People want to be so much into Kanye West and a celebrity that they willing to sacrifice their kids.
Yeah. How many parents has done that in general still? Go, son, go. Shake his hand. That's why there was a problem with some of the parents of what's his name in jail?
Who?
Doing Step in the Name of Love. With
R. Kelly.
Their involvement with R. Kelly.
They wanted to do so much.
Get with R. Kelly, but he's abusing, he's violating your daughter. It don't matter. She with R. Kelly.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Hook us up.
Isn't that sad?
You prostituting your kids. That's what you're doing.
So they don't care that their kids gonna be behind.
They're prostituting their children. When you start allowing things of that's the no lack of integrity, things where you see in front of you, it's not a good place for them. It's not helping them. It's not building them. They're not growing. You're prostituting them if they still there. And that's in any level. The R. Kelly thing, this Kanye West. You see now this man's having some problems. Pull those kids out.
No, they don't
care. If you care about your child,
they don't
pull
care.
them out.
They don't care.
Homeschool them until they go to another school. Do something.
They don't care. Did you know that, what's her name?
What?
Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
Her son used to go to that school. And when Kanye started acting crazy,
she took him out.
Keisha pulled him out.
That's what you do. You're a concerned parent.
There should only be 2 kids left at that school right now.
Oh.
You know who I'm just making up a number.
His kids
don't even, Kim don't even send her kids there.
That tells you something. Mm-hmm.
And he wanted them to go there. He was mad that she didn't send her kids there.
And he don't have no. Now he named the school after his mom, right?
That's the thing I hate. Here's the thing I don't like.
He's messing the legacy of his mom.
The thing I don't like about it,
really good person.
I don't like the fact that Kanye, here's the thing. See, we from Chicago, see? Mm-hmm. So we torn with this. We love the fact that Kanye's from Chicago and that he throws back Chicago and,
So it's Al Capone.
But you know what? Chicago people like that Al Capone. They like saying that. Just like secretly Italians like that. Yeah. When Joy talk about she don't on the View, she don't like the stereotype. She's not right.
You like that toughness, that
she
roughness.
Like there's a part of y'all that like that.
We in charge.
Like don't bother me because I know people. I know people that know people.
Want some cement shoes?
Right. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. But so there's a part of us that's happy that he is from.
I'm not happy no more.
Yeah, Kanye is.
Now it's dealing with children and their education. I mean, he can do whatever he wants to in his rap world.
Now, are people
his fashion world?
Are people gonna go ballistic like they did with Kanye with the Dalai Lama telling the kid to suck his tongue, or Balenciaga having a kids campaign with them in chains and
I don't know,
in sexual positions?
Ooh.
See, but I told you.
Name and
I say this every day.
Guy.
We always end up on the short end of the stick in everything.
Well,
Jonathan, what is his name? The guy.
We need to use wisdom, though. Think about
because you're gonna know they're gonna come after you more than anybody else.
What we notice as historically Black folks and people of color, biracial, whatever color you are, if you got a little bit, 1%, 2% of Black in you, you would know historically. We gotta rise above it. You can't
get away with the same stuff.
We gotta be on top of it.
Yes.
That's why you need Christ.
There's probably 100 schools, more than that, in this country that's just as dumb as Donda Academy.
Yeah.
But because it's Kanye West and because he's Black, they're gonna make sure that everybody knows about it.
That's sad. It really is. I love to hear what LeBron James is doing with his school. In Akron.
Please just don't do nothing, LeBron. Don't do nothing.
Make sure you are very involved with the curriculum. That even worst case scenario, LeBron, you in that pink skirt you had on. I don't even understand why he had that on. Why you wearing a pink skirt, Black man?
I don't care about it, but everybody lost their mind about that skirt.
Aside from that,
did you hate that? Did he have that?
That don't even fit him. He was trying to make a point in there. I'm like, you're not in the fashion.
No, he was trying to be fashionable.
No, it's not on you. That pink skirt. I still get a vision of that, and it just scares me.
And a purse. But guys are changing. You said that back in Jesus' days they wore.
Did y'all look at the Ten Commandments and look what Pharaoh was wearing?
So let it be.
He had a sharp outfit on. I was like, Pharaoh dressing.
And nice legs.
All right, Moses, with your robe. They trying
now,
to
he don't have. He's not needed.
He was not needed. Yeah, when he was walking in with the
he should never.
His was not.
They should never have put him in a skirt. But Yul Brynner looked nice in his skirt.
He sure did.
So you didn't like LeBron in his skirt?
No, not today, LeBron. But I'm saying all this to say, crazy can be going on in your own personal life. Mm-hmm. Make sure your school is together, though. And Kanye's messing up with the school. Because I'm hearing now with the curriculum.
So we'll see how long they let this school last.
We'll see. Don't let it be your legacy.
Let's see. What did everybody say? Wendy said Kanye should pay for private tutors until they all catch up. He ain't gonna do that.
Oh, wow. That's a good idea, though.
He don't care, though. Okay, real quick. I was looking at this on the news today. These people was at a funeral, and this grandmother killed her great nephew at the funeral. They was outside in the parking lot. Here, let me play this.
Oh wow!
This is on.
They did say funerals and
the family.
When the family feels.
Investigation underway at.
Let me go up to this thing. Hold on.
That has happened.
Tonight on KHOU 11 News at 10.
Shot him in the back of the head and out.
But records say there are conflicting points of view. Some family members believe it was not intentional, while others say it was.
The thing was a murder. It was a murder.
Fam, I think it's best we approach this situation a little different. Listen, nothing about the situation we about to discuss is normal. First of all, we had a shooting at a funeral, and some could say that's starting to become a norm. Secondly, we got a young man who lost
his dude's channel. He giving his own little commentary on what's going on. I don't want to go past his commentary.
Something must have really been bad for
March 31st, 2023. He was 76 years old, with his funeral taking place 9 a.m. on April 8, 2023. Now, shortly before the funeral service was over, Houston police had issued a tweet indicating that an arrest was made for a booking photo of a Queen Smith Jackson, 67 years old, who was then charged in a fatal shooting of a male family member at 115 West Hamilton Street on Saturday, April 8, 2023.
Slaughter charges. Jackson was in court today. Anayeli Ruiz joins us live outside the jail. The latest on that story. Anayeli.
Well, Jackson is accused of shooting and killing her 22-year-old great nephew in the head, and it all happened during her brother's funeral. A family mourning the death of their loved one now has to bury a second family member. The woman accused of the crime is 67-year-old Queen Jackson, who now faces manslaughter charges.
Defendant states she intended to stop a verbal argument.
According to records, it happened at Jackson's brother's memorial service Saturday morning at this funeral home near Tidwell and 45 North. Investigators say a fight started inside and spilled outside. That's when they say Jackson pulled out her handgun from her purse
and fired it into the air. She stated she attempted to fire it. The gun failed to discharge. She lowers it and held it in her hand, pointed away from her, and the gun struck the 22-year-old complainant on the side of his head.
Records say she shot and killed 22-year-old Eric Hubert, her brother's grandson.
She shot him in the back of the head and out.
But records say there are conflicting points of view. Some family members believe it was not intentional, while others say it was.
The thing was a murder. It was a murder.
We've reached out.
The thought of her having that little gun in her purse remind me of grandma.
First of all, this is Texas. And you know Texas, everybody carry a gun. I told you that. It's the Wild Wild West.
They packing.
But what's going on here?
Because a part of me is listening to that lady in the purple. She need to shut up because they doing an investigation. So your big mouth ain't going to help. Whether you thought it was murder or whatever. If they can prove that she got upset and she was taking her gun out and it wasn't ready to be discharged, or she was trying to do it, that it was a mistake, that she wasn't maliciously trying to kill him, because that's manslaughter, right? If it's not, like, her intent was not to kill him.
And this lady's a bus driver.
So having your handgun, maybe she wanted to scare him. If it was a mistake.
school bus driver.
Maybe she wanted to take it out because my grandmother has taken hers out and to scare.
When?
Remember when?
Oh, not to us.
No, when she was walking.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was trying to do.
This guy was trying to flash. Back in the day, they would flash.
Yeah.
They do more than that
those
now.
days?
Back in the day, you had flashers.
Yes.
And women would walk down the street, and a man could open his coat, and he came up to her when she was coming home from work, and he opened up his coat. Naked. And my grandmother had her gun. She said, I feel your A full of lead. She from the South.
Yes.
From Alabama. She said, I feel your A full of lead.
Has she ever used the gun? I thought she shot at something in the window or something.
I don't know. I know she slept with it, but under a pillow.
Yeah. But when she started,
and somebody was trying to come in her window one time, and she pulled it.
What happened to that gun? Because when she moved up here, we didn't see nobody.
Ma, what happened to Grandma's gun? Oh, okay. Someone a family member has it.
Okay.
I was getting ready to say, what happened to that gun?
Yeah, she was sleeping with it, and being dementia beginning stages.
We was afraid she was gonna hurt herself.
Yeah, but this lady,
I feel your
who's to say she wasn't pulling it out just to scare?
So this lady,
and it went off. It just went off.
And we gotta quit acting like 67 is old.
Yeah,
because you're 60. Mm-hmm. Quit acting like this is some frail old lady that just was like.
She looks older, but she don't look like. Well, I bet when you make her mad, though, she was a different person. So maybe he did something.
They said he was a nice kid.
Really? That's why I thought it was
fighting at the funeral. You heard what they said, and it went out into the
parking lot.
The parking lot. Mm-hmm. So, like you said, it's an investigation.
Yeah.
This lady at a funeral.
Because what would be her reason to take his life? So they got to look into all of that.
If they was fighting.
Wow.
But he was walking away. Why would you shoot somebody while they walking away?
Wow, Grandma. And you kind of old to be going to jail.
And why are you going to get your gun anyway?
It was in her purse.
No, they said she went to the car, remember?
I thought they said it was in her purse and she pulled it out.
Okay. But, you can tell we don't know nothing. Don't ever ask us if somebody do a crime.
Was it in her purse?
I thought he was wearing black.
I think it was.
He had on a red hat. Oh, I thought it was a black hat. I'm sorry. You said yesterday it was a red hat.
I'm sorry. It was a red hat.
I slept on it and I thought about it.
And he has a red hat he's worn before.
Right. All right. Let me see. What did Wendy say? Wendy says, Yul Brynner was fine. He was. Mm-hmm. I would demand that he pay for a tutor. She's talking about Kanye. Mm. I don't think she was trying to help. She believed what she said. Yeah. And Wendy says she wants her in jail. It's confusing. I don't think she was trying to help either. I think
But a lot of things do happen at funerals. People act crazy. Families act crazy. I can see
Donald Trump was at the UFC fight. Okay. I told you he's friends with Dana White, the guy that's over the UFC. Okay. People are up in arms. You know why? Because Odell Beckham came up and shook his hand. Odell Beckham Jr. is the football player.
Okay.
That's almost like LeBron James coming up and shaking Trump's hand.
LeBron wouldn't do that.
How we know?
LeBron even said that they wasn't going to the White House with when Trump was in office.
Didn't we talk about this? We said,
he said I ain't going.
But didn't we already say if we saw Trump, would we come up to Trump and say something?
We probably would.
I don't think I would.
You don't say nothing.
I don't think I would come up to him. Mm-hmm. But if he came to me, I would say something. I wouldn't go out of my way to say nothing to him.
Right.
Or would I?
I don't know.
What would I do?
Because he's an entertainer. He really
Or just so I could put it, again, social media. Just so I could put it on social media.
Talked about, they'll dog us out. Our 5 people that listen to us would dog us out, right? Would y'all dog us out if we was in that same, if we was sitting next to him in the stand?
If he was at UFC and y'all saw us on there coming up saying, hey,
let's take a selfie. Y'all would talk about
I wouldn't
us.
do that, though.
You wouldn't do that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
I probably wouldn't either. We don't do that with anybody, though.
Maybe that's why.
I think we're consistent.
No, I have done that. I did that to Geraldo Rivera, remember? I saw Geraldo Rivera and I came up to him and said, can I take a picture? Oh, then that's you and
Mama. I wouldn't. I'm consistent. I wouldn't probably
you're not going to say nothing to nobody. The few celebrities I've met, can I take a picture with you?
See, and
wait a minute, you deal with Mike Tyson.
Because we were with Mama. So I figured, let me get in there with Mama. But I didn't go seeking his picture.
Who, by the way, Mike Tyson was sitting right next to Trump.
Oh, he was?
Yep. Let me say, hold on. Right there. Yeah!
He's going to jail. I had issues too. I understand.
So this leads me to the thing of, why do we care if people like Trump?
I don't have a problem. I really don't. I don't hate him like that.
Why do y'all hate this man so much that if people like him or want to know him, y'all hate them?
Thank you. I don't understand that.
Why y'all hate him?
Because
I know why y'all hate him, but why do y'all hate that people don't hate him?
Here's the question that you're asking. Hate Trump or not? Why would you hate Trump? What has he done to you?
No, he's done well to the country. But
so I told you when he was president.
Oh yeah, no, we made a lot of money.
Our company made money.
Yeah,
and when I was at the company before I was let go, we made money.
And the stuff,
so that's all I saw was dollar signs with this man.
And the conservative stuff he pushes doesn't go against our spiritual beliefs.
I could care less. I mean, he's for
but I don't
against abortion and everything with a lot of Republicans believe. It's both sides.
I don't like the lying. I don't like, which is every politician.
Like I said,
I don't like the direction that the country was going in under him. I felt like it's a divisiveness. I may not agree with you, but I don't feel like somebody should hunt you down like a criminal and go and turn laws again. Like, I'm never going to have an abortion. Right. But I'm again. Why, if somebody wants to, why would you stop them from being able to do it? So that's what I'm saying. His laws may not directly be like on me, where I'm like, oh, it's affecting me, but it affects other people's freedom, and to me, it causes division in the country.
Right. You know what? Here's the thing, too, you guys. If you call yourself Christ-like, Christ-like is showing love to anybody, even people that we feel has been, done some things to us. Now, quickly, I can honestly say Hitler, hecky no. No, I'm not talking to Hitler because of the type of person he was and what he did. But Trump is not on that level to me to dislike and hate. I don't get it.
And then I hear what you saying, Mike. Well, let me go back up.
What did he say? I'll take a photo.
Emerald says, I wouldn't be anywhere near him. Yes, or I don't know if you say yes to. Wendy says, I would say, you're going to hell, right? You use that time to talk to him. Sharon says, I would trip you. You wouldn't get near him. Wendy says, you would say something, Kim. Wendy says, address a fool in his folly, least he think he is right. M. Perk says, you should not like someone who is always doing something that is illegal, is boastful or unapologetic when they are wrong, which we have people in our family and friends that are criminals, y'all. It is what it is. Y'all know people that lie. And people you wouldn't leave your purse out in front of.
What he does is what a lot of
people
do.
But you don't hate him. You just know they're a liar. It's like he's a liar, he's a thief, he's a criminal.
That's the question, you guys.
Well, let me keep going.
Do we hate him?
Emerald says, I don't like his loud mouth, his hair, or his face. She says, or his tan. Kiki says, I feel like if y'all were to say hi to Trump, it would be blown all out of proportion and they would label you as his biggest supporters. Yeah, we would be the new, what's their name again?
The two other black sisters. Diamond and
Silk. Silk and Diamond.
That's another Diamond and Silk, y'all. Yeah.
But here's my thing.
Because you're taking a photo with them, they probably feel like you're supporting him.
For me, that's what it is. I wouldn't go out of my way to say anything to him. But I'm not going to say that I wouldn't, if he came up and said something to me, that I would be like, why? Because I don't think I would do that. I think I would. Why would I might say something like, I didn't vote for you, but God bless you.
Yeah, something like that.
I might say something like that, but I wouldn't be like, don't touch me. Or I wouldn't
shame
do that.
On you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just they're not going to heaven.
So what do you think about Odell Beckham and them going out of their way to say hi? There they are.
Well, I don't know what Odell's stance on.
There he is.
His political stance on things.
There he goes. Well, he's black, so people assume if you're black, you're not supposed to be going up to Trump. That's what people assume.
Well, no, you're Republican.
Odell Beckham could be Republican. We don't know that.
That's true.
So Joe Burrow and Odell Beckham Jr. greeting Donald Trump at the UFC 287. Are y'all mad at Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson is at the table with them.
Exactly.
So are y'all mad at Mike Tyson?
Well, why would we be mad at anybody that takes a photo with him? Does it matter? I don't get it. Why is all of this hostility towards this man?
Yeah.
We know he's got some problems.
Y'all put too much energy into this man.
It's too much. I'm sorry, y'all.
The same way on the other side. Mm-hmm. People who go out of their way to hate Joe Biden.
Yes.
It's like, why you hate Joe Biden?
The word.
They call it, Marjorie's demonic, says that he's a child molester, all this other stuff. It's like,
crazy.
Where you get, because you don't like Joe Biden?
And I'm going with the old-fashioned way, not even old-fashioned. I'm going with the thing of showing love. It's like still smile. If Marjorie Taylor got in an elevator with us, we gonna still go, hey, girl, what's up? No, girl, you something else.
You know what?
No, you would be funny about it. Marjorie, you something else, girl. You love to light a fire up under. That doesn't
I got this cold coming out of me.
That doesn't
Marjorie different than Trump.
No, here's the thing, you guys, and I know, and that's a gift that we have. We can meet the meanest person, the person that's negative in the news. Kim will have humor with it.
That's true.
And she's done that with some crazy folks if
I met Marjorie, I would be like, Marjorie, you gotta quit calling people demonic, girl.
What's wrong with you, girl? You trying... She'll make Marjorie laugh.
Do you really believe the stuff you saying? Are you trolling?
You may not even say that.
I think I would. Are you a troller, Marjorie?
You just a troller.
Marjorie, you a troller.
You don't believe some of the stuff you say.
Marjorie, you a troller, ain't you?
So I'm thinking be yourself, but don't be mean and evil, because that's not the love of God.
And you should always say, drop them with the God line.
God loves
God
you.
bless you. God bless you.
And that's true. God does love them. Come on, y'all. You can be mad as you want to at Trump. God still loves him.
But answer my question. Should people be mad that Odell Beckham and that Burrows guy
I don't think so.
Came up and shook his hand?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It would surprise me if LeBron James did.
If LeBron James
because he's already been vocal on how
LeBron James came up and shook Donald Trump's hand, would you be upset with LeBron James?
I wouldn't be upset. I'd be surprised. He'll probably get it though. He'll be torn to pieces.
Is Mike Tyson gonna get it? He's sitting right next to him.
No, because Mike Tyson's been controversial since day one.
Let me tell you something. I just
He's
want to
ecstatic. He's ecstatic. I love him.
I don't get in all of that. Let me tell you something.
He's ecstatic.
Donald said he would have freed me. So I don't.
He pardoned me. He would have pardoned me.
Pardon me.
He's my friend.
And there's not everything about the man is wrong. He's a lousy president, but he's a hell of a guy.
He's got problems like me.
You don't like me? I was horrible with women.
Oh, yeah. He didn't touch him. I was told I touched him.
Oh my God. You're right. Let's see. Mike says, you are right. No hating is allowed. Wendy says, biblically speaking, there are positive and negative aspects to hatred. Everyone thinks
hate sin.
When everyone thinks differently and is entitled to, and yes, I would say that to Trump. Emerald says, I just think his ego is such a huge turnoff. Mm-hmm. He ain't even fine. And Sharon says they shouldn't. People have free will to do what they want. We can't have it both ways. And Kiki says social media has given everyone a voice. It's fortunate and unfortunate at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
But be careful with that word hate.
Yeah.
Now, as a believer, as a Christian, hate sin.
Well, people hate Howard Stern. I'm going to Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. My sister would tell you what
you love Howard Stern,
and I know y'all.
I didn't like Howard Stern.
I know y'all don't like that. I love Howard Stern.
I do not like.
I've been listening to Howard Stern for over 30 years. Mm-hmm. I know he's a troller. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying with Marjorie. Mm-hmm. Do you really live this life in real life? Or are you saying stuff to be a shock jock?
I don't know.
And piss people off?
Because Howard
don't live the life you see on radio in real life.
Howard is different than Marjorie. That's why I think she believes that.
Yeah, Marjorie's crazy in real life. But Howard's a troll.
Yeah, Howard's has
But here's the thing with him. Mm-hmm. He knows Chris Rock and he's cool with Chris Rock and stuff. He's trying to, Kid Rock,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to understand why all this. We'll get to this Bud Light thing, y'all. Howard Stern is dumbfounded over Kid Rock and Travis Tritt's Bud Light protest. Howard Stern bashed singers Kid Rock and Travis Tritt in response to their outrage over transgender TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney. Partnership with Bud Light, saying he doesn't understand why either cares so much. Basically, a lot of conservatives are protesting Bud Light because they did a commercial with a transgender person.
Okay.
And they feel like it was a slap in the face to America. This person who is a transgender,
putting the finger up, like I don't care.
This person who is a transgender, here's Dylan. I hope I say it's Dylan or Dylan. I'm not sure which way. How she's transitioning.
But she likes Bud Light too.
Okay, let me explain.
It's like RuPaul
Dylan.
Drinking Bud Light.
No. It's a different.
Oh, because
let me explain Dylan or Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say the name. On TikTok, this is a person who is a male transitioning into a female.
Okay.
And has a large TikTok following. Mm-hmm. And in the TikTok following, he's really, I'll say she, is a comedian.
Okay.
And she pokes fun of all the things that are quote unquote female. Like things that we scared of spiders.
Having a cycle too.
Having a cycle.
A monthly cycle.
They had her doing a tampon commercial. Saying stuff like
for real though, or just in her TikTok?
No, in real life, a tampon commercial.
Oh, that's funny because she probably never put a.
Well, that's why she said she was like, but girls, I know how you feel, and I always have one. I have one in case you need one. So, but people are upset about Dylan.
That's funny.
So, because a lot of women are mad because she makes fun of the things that men make fun of about women.
Oh, even as a transgender.
Sensitive, scared of spiders. Like we real stupid and airheaded and dumb.
What is that bug?
Oh, what is this?
Okay.
Oh, am I supposed? Can you unscrew this for me? You know I'm so weak. Stuff like that.
Okay.
And so people can't stand this
which
this
has
transgender.
A large following.
Okay. But in my opinion, I feel like she's being a comedian. She's a comedian.
She's a comedian.
She's being a comedian.
Okay.
So all of these deals, big deals, tampon and Bud Light, they won't give.
I'm laughing at tampon.
They won't give real women commercials. But they giving a transgender a commercial.
It's the followers.
But hold on.
It's about money.
And it's controversy. And that brings more people to look at their product.
It's about money.
Yeah. So the intense backlash has spooked Bush, where there were fewer orders the past weekend, possibly in response to this partnership they have with them. So, and you just said it. Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across our brands as one of the many ways to authentically connect with audiences across various demographics and passion points, a spokesperson said. From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and to brand influencers like Dylan. Commemorative can. What did they say that word?
What do you say?
Right here. I can't never say that.
Commemorative.
Yeah.
Commemorative.
Has a gift to celebrate a personal milestone, is not for sale to the general public. So see the can?
Bud Light. I'm laughing at, you're saying by this person being with her on there?
Yeah, they don't like that. A transgender. And you notice that everybody's attention is now on transgenders.
Yeah. Over 2,000 years ago, have you think all of a sudden LGBTQ just rose up?
No.
It's been over since Jesus was on earth.
Before Jesus was
on earth. All of a sudden we're like, because they want the same rights. Oh, God. They want to be married too. They want to have the same rights. So now all of a sudden this is all new.
Right. Wendy says, I speak my mind. You address a fool in his folly. At least he think he's right. Righteous indignation. Emerald says, Judge Judy upsets me too. Righteous indignation, not hate. Wendy says, righteous indignation is anger driven by contempt. We are angry because we are...
What is wrong with you?
We are angry because we are disgusted at something we perceive to be morally incorrect. Even if you're angry over something that's morally...
That has nothing to do with me sitting at a football game or a baseball game and he says hi. And I say hi back.
Or going after the transgender person.
Thank you. What is wrong with us?
I think people don't have love anymore.
Just don't look.
And the bottom line is what people used to say.
Gosh.
If you don't have nothing nice to say,
don't say nothing.
If you're not gonna go up to somebody and say, God bless you. I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
I love you with the love of the Lord.
Yes.
Don't go up to them. They're not asking you to come up to them.
Leave them alone then.
So the same thing I feel about the whole thing with everybody going after transgender.
Yes.
We talked about this.
Yes.
I've made my point. People don't like when I said it, but I'll say it again.
What?
I don't believe that transgender men that are transgendering into being a female should compete in athletes, whatever.
What happened to that
with women?
The story that you told about the girl getting her hair.
It was recently a wrestler who broke some woman's face off.
He was a transgender.
I don't want Mike Tyson in a wig in the ring
transgender
with a woman. A cis woman, however way y'all want to call it, a natural born woman.
Yeah.
So you can still appreciate and say, I don't mind you being whatever you want. You can transgender, you can go from male, female, male. But there are certain things that I feel are wrong. And one is, I don't want you competing against somebody when your muscle tone does not match a woman's muscle tone.
We talked about that, having their own.
I understand your dilemma because if you are transitioning, trust me when I tell you I understand. I have compassion for that. But compassion and agreeing with you is two different things. And then the other thing I don't agree with, and I don't care if they like it or not, I don't believe if you are underage, you should be allowed to have surgery. Now the Democrats are mad because the Republicans have passed these laws that said you cannot do surgery. I don't care 18. What your parent says on someone who is underage. I agree with that law. Okay. Now, with that being said, I didn't say nothing about, I think your life sucks. I think that you're going to hell.
You're
I think that God doesn't love you.
That has nothing to do
I think
with
you're
it.
demonic.
Thank you.
I think that you're
need
this.
Jesus.
You need Jesus. You're not.
I don't walk around like that. I don't walk around talking like that to people.
So, and that's not Jesus.
He's the one thing that we really need to understand as believers is his love, and they'll know me by his love.
That's it.
Now we got our own
But God so loved the world.
Now I'm not
judge the world.
Thank you. I'm not coming at you saying you going to hell because you doing this, or you smoking, you getting high, or you a lesbian or whatever. I'm loving you.
That's it.
I'm loving you and that soul.
That's it.
I'm gonna let God deal with whatever else you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm really frustrated when we feel like we got to go and preach to people to change automatically.
So
when we're not even changed totally in our own hearts.
So I say all of this because when Kid Rock did his little video of him shooting up the, look at that, he mad and all this.
Why?
And he's shooting up the cans of Budweiser. Where's Jesus anywhere in this?
I don't know.
But these would be the same people that would say the moral ground of this country. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not the moral ground of this country. And you have no Christ in you at all. Now I'm judging. You have no Christ in you at all.
Well, it doesn't matter because we keep saying this righteous judgment thing. I don't care about, you can judge. I've been judged all my life and I'm really tired of it. And there are times when the Holy Spirit has to deal with me and say, Lenore, you wasn't showing love. God has to even tell me to go back and apologize to somebody because I was sending them to hell.
Right. And then
he said, that's not your job.
And then also,
I want you to love them and show them the love of God and show them that I love them.
Right. And also you have to understand too, before you tell people stuff, you have to be led by God to do that.
Yes, please be
because
led.
if you're not led by God, it's coming from you.
It's flesh.
It's flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be received.
No.
They're not going to listen to you.
Because the Holy Spirit knows the heart of man.
And he knows when they're ready to receive what you have to say.
God had to deal with me about the heart. Do you know that's the heart of man is so important.
Yep.
That it changes. It needs to change. It needs to change because we can be filled with the Holy Spirit.
Right.
But our hearts has to change.
All right, here we go.
So, but this story right here, though, I still need, the thing is you can go back and forth with this story with the Bud Light because there's people who feel like, I don't want my product to be associated with someone in the LGBTQ.
I agree. That's fine.
Think about My Little Pillow. Man.
I agree.
My Little Pillow don't have to have no LGBTQ person doing the commercial holding his pillow.
But he's an idiot.
No, that's him. That's his
choice.
I
agree.
Go ahead.
And you had a right. If you don't want Bud Light, then fine. Don't Bud Light.
Drink it no more if you feel like they're
Some people feel like you shouldn't be drinking in the first place.
Oh, gee, we're gonna fight for you with the beer commercial. Okay, that's true.
If you really want to be judgmental,
but I'm laughing at the tampons.
All right. So Wendy says,
Wendy
says the Bible tells us how to judge. You judge them by the fruit they bear. The fruits of the Spirit, Galatians 5, meaning gauge where they are at not look down on them. Don't look down on them. Sharon says we need to see them as God does. Exactly.
Thank you.
Wendy says, again, I'm entitled to my own perceptions. Sharon says we are all his children and he asks us to love, love, love. Wendy says telling someone what I see is love because it's the truth. And then Sharon says, God looks at the heart and we are too caught up looking at everything on the outside.
Thank you.
And then Wendy says, truth leads to conviction. So we all saying the same thing. The only thing that I disagree with the Wendy part is make sure you led by God. Because if you're not led by God, it's you.
That's your flesh talking.
And nobody wants to hear what you have to say about them.
And the way the God that I serve, he moves in
now,
love.
If God is
love covers.
Right, if God is telling you,
if
you're right. If God is telling you, I want you to speak truth into that person's life, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Don't feel like you judging somebody because God told you to speak truth into their life.
Because he knows the heart of that person that needs to receive the words you're going to speak to them.
I agree.
And they'll be ready to receive it.
I agree. Because people go far on the other side, kind of what Wendy's saying, where they like, I don't want to say nothing about nothing because I don't want people to think I'm judging. See, you don't want to go too far on the other side. Just put it this way. Work out your own salvation. If God tells you to say something or to speak up or whatever, you'll feel it in your spirit and the person should be able to receive what you're saying. Even if they may not receive it at that point, you've planted a seed. And then you move on. And another person waters it.
Let God do the increase.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Wendy says, you insult me, I know when I'm dead by God. Yeah. Okay. All right, so
but you said all of this to say Howard Stern.
I said all this because he's saying, why are they so much? Why are people so outraged about transgenders?
I don't know.
Do you plan on becoming a transgender?
I heard one minister. I was listening to a ministry this past weekend because it's Easter Sunday, and I wanted to hear what ministers are saying. I feel like I was telling my sister. The minister in the pulpit, and he was speaking truth. I mean, you're going to thank God he's speaking truth in the word of God and, about us and our lifestyles and changing for God and allowing him to live in us, whatever. He took the low-hanging fruit when he pulled out lesbian and gay. And I sat there and I thought about it. I said, of all the sins that you could have said, why did you go to the low-hanging fruit?
And they never talked about...
And a homosexual, you went right to... You didn't say nothing about an adulterer. You didn't say nothing about a fornicator,
a liar,
a gluttony. You didn't say any of those things.
Christians. Nobody talks about overeating.
And your temple being not taken care of.
How come don't nobody ever say that everybody in church is fat?
You went to a low-hanging fruit, a lesbian. Oh, gee, okay.
All right.
But I question that. I'm like, Okay, we get it. Sin. But point out other things. You got men in your church sleeping around,
right.
cheating on their wives.
Okay.
That's a sin.
Wendy says it actually was a joke, but seriously, if I met Trump, I would, in no uncertain terms, let him know what I see. Yes,
Okay.
I would, and I'm able to think what I want. Yeah,
That's
definitely
true.
tell him that.
Yeah.
You insult me, I know when I'm led by God. Yeah. Okay. Jeremy.
You got time for
always
it?
keep saying Jeremy Rimmer. I'll get to him another time. We always run out of time. Every time I try to get to Jeremy. I wanted to tell his story, but I'll tell it another time. Okay, and I already told you the donkey of the day.
You did?
Yeah, it was the Dalai Lama.
The Dalai Lama? Okay. So you went right to that.
That's who, because we started talking about it earlier.
Oh.
That's who,
What's
Charlemagne,
his name said, the donkey.
That's who Charlemagne the God said.
Letting that boy
was
suck
donkey,
his tongue.
Was donkey of the day.
That was a big one.
Yep. Sharon says sin is sin. God doesn't distinguish. Absolutely not.
We do.
But we do.
We do. We
always label sin.
Yeah, the number one is this.
God said all is sin. All of it looks bad to him.
Number 100 is this one.
All of it.
Yeah, it's all mess.
All of it.
His vertical love. The thing that I can't sit and grasp on is why you love us. We messy. Man is messy. Mankind. God, your love is awesome to love us. Even the messy. We see the mess and go, God, how you love that? How you love? And you point at, and we don't even point at ourselves. How you love this?
Yeah.
Our righteousness is as filthy rags. That's something to think about.
It do make you think, why does he love us?
Why? We messy. Oh, thank you for your love, God.
Thank you. No, thank you for your grace.
And your grace and your mercy. Thank you. Ooh,
thank you for mercy and grace.
And it's sad that once a year we got to be reminded on Easter. That's an everyday. Thank you.
Well, Easter, I do all the
Everybody
time.
do once a year.
No,
resurrection. He got up. All power in his hands. What happened to the other 360 days?
Yeah. He been up.
Yeah, been up. Okay.
But yeah, Wendy says this was a good show, a lot of energy. Thanks, Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy.
You always add a lot to it.
Girl.
Oh, y'all, I love all y'all. Y'all always add stuff. And when y'all get us going, especially if Lenore start arguing, if you say something she don't like or whatever, Lenore be going, I'll be like, down, Joe, down. Get down, Joe. Get back, Joe. Get back. But we love that. And we don't always agree. We want y'all to, you don't have to agree. Yeah. You don't have to type stuff that you agree. We love when y'all disagree because we love to argue with y'all.
Mm-hmm. And let us know if we have offended you. Let us know. I like to know if I said something that may have offended y'all or my opinion.
Right.
Like, oh, you stepped on my toe. That wasn't
she
right.
like to know. I don't care.
Oh, well, she calls people morons. I do care.
I call people morons.
That's not nice. Yeah.
And I also don't care.
I do. I care.
Lenore cares.
I do.
She's the nicer one.
Okay.
I think, right? Maybe.
I think so.
For the surface nicer.
Yeah.
Not in the long run. I'm nicer.
No.
Yeah.
When you write somebody off.
Oh, yeah.
You will write them off.
But it takes me a lot to do that.
It does.
Yeah.
And I'll bring them back on, with the grace and mercy. Lord.
No, I'm not.
Lord, let's give them one more chance.
All right. Okay. Sharon says Jesus went out of his way to meet the woman at the well. Lots of lessons there. Yeah. Sharon says, thank you, ladies. Feel better. I know. I'm sweating. I'm sweating like
It's a cow, though, not a pig.
No, I was going to say what? What the heck are you talking about?
People always say you sweat like a pig.
Oh, I was getting ready to say something else.
Do they?
I was getting ready to say like something in a whorehouse or something. Somewhere somebody sweating.
I was using the animal. You sweat like a pig.
A prostitute in the back of the church.
No.
Or something. I was going to say something sweating.
What animal sweats a lot?
Let's see. Wendy says, none are righteous, no, not one at all sin and fall short of the glory of God. That's right. And she said, I did laugh out loud. All right, y'all. So don't forget to I swear I got to get to this Jeremy Renner tomorrow story.
He always at the last minute.
And I had hacks. I had home hacks that we don't think about. Let's do that tomorrow.
Okay.
For goodness sakes, unless something happens in the media or something.
God forbid another shooting, y'all.
God.
Just got to keep believing God for protection.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Always believe. And that was Another Woods Report. See y'all later.